I've not seen since I've been here. We have a children's choir that will be singing for us today. So I am so grateful for Heather and all the work that she's put in with these kids to do this. So Heather, it's all yours.
We are going to sing Jesus Loves Me, okay? Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to Him belong, they are weak, but He is strong. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells. Now we're going to play Jesus Loves Me with the handbells.
Turn my microphone on here. I tell you what, that ought to make your heart happy. Anyway, I have a distinct joy and privilege to introduce our speakers today. This biographical information I did not come up with myself. It was given to me, so if anything is incorrect, you can blame Richard. She served in various teaching children, teens, and adults, and at 95 years old, it is a joy to have her still teaching. She co-teaches the Rachel Sunday School class. Sister Grace York was born June 8th of 1930 as the only child of Turner and Edith Nichols, and graduated from Millers Creek High School in 1949. She was baptized and joined Pleasant Home in August of 1942. She married Zach York in 1961, and they were married until his passing in 2005. They had 3 children, 4 grandchildren, and 2 great-grandchildren. And Grace served as our church clerk from 1956 to 1987, and she served as a Sunday school teacher for many, many years. And Debbie shared a fun fact with me that Grace has lived in the same house since 1937. Is that correct? Is that correct? All right, so let's make welcome Grace and Aline.
Grace coming in. Grace is going over here and sit with me, but she's not. I wrote all this down because I figured I couldn't remember it if I just tried to remember it off my head. That 95 years old brain won't let me remember a whole lot of things. But welcome everyone. I'm glad you're all here today at Pleasant Home for church today. And I hope Grace and I will give you something to think about concerning your church experience here. Without giving you a little bit, giving you a little bit about our past is what we're going to do. So, and how we've come in touch with God as we came along these years. Well, for me, from birth to 5 years old, I lived in Oakwoods, North Carolina. And my folks rented a log cabin from Mrs. Raines, who ran a dairy farm right there where Highway 421 comes by, the new one on the south side of Wilkesboro. And my daddy was from Hunting Creek, Highway 115 down towards Statesville. And my mother was from the same highway on down about 10 miles further near the Hunting Creek, not the Mount Pisgah church area. If you know where Mount Pisgah Church is, just about a mile north of the outer line. And they were never in touch or met as people, young folks, when they were young, living that far apart, just about 10 miles. But when they met, Daddy had just gotten home from World War I, and he had gotten a job in Winston-Salem with a lumber company. And that was 4-year-old sister. She's just about a year and a half younger than me. And Dad brought up just about a year and a half younger than me. And Dad bought a place up in Fairplains, and it had 2 houses on it. And one we worked over and lived in the house that was sort of in the middle of the area he bought. And one was down lower next to the from 5 through 17 years, we lived there. And after the move, I had become old enough to go to school and went to Fairplains School. And in my second year there at Fairplains, we finished school. My second year there at Fairplains, we finished school. And on the weekend, the school burned down, and we had no place to finish. So we finished in Fairplains Church that year, finished our school year. And the next year, Mulberry School was finished, and we went up there. I had to go an extra grade because the 8th grade was added on in grade school that year. 8th grade used to be in high school, but that year I had to go one more year to Mulberry. And at 13 was my last year, and I went to high school. And that summer before I went to high school, I took care of my Lord.